Alright, guys, welcome to your first day with Maya. I'm going to launch Maya from my desktop, so I'm going to double click here and wait for it to load. It might take a little bit time to load, and so after loading, you're going to see something like this. All you need to do here, at times we try to ship this. It might take time before you can do that because Maya is still launching. Now after this, all you need to do is click OK here. And you might not see this or you might see it, but if something like this pops out, just click on this closing icon and close it. Now this is our Maya interface. Very lovely. Okay. Um, okay. So if you look at here, this is our toolbar. This is our Maya toolbar. This one is for rotation, and if you move your cursor on top of any of these tools, is either the name pops out on top here, and if it didn't pops out, so you check under here. You can see my cursor around here. You check here, you see the name. This one here, this is our move tool. This is our rotation tool, and this is our scaling tool. This particular guy, this is our pen selection tool, and this is our lasso tool. This is our pick tool. But the three most important tools as a beginner I want you to pay attention to now is these three wise men. These three guys, you can never, as a beginner, even as a pro, you can never do without them. Very, very important. So as a beginner, I want to channel all your attention to these three wise men, which is our move tool, rotation tool, and our scaling tool. So later, maybe as time goes on, then you can now start exploring, about these tools here. So for now, pay attention to these three tools. Very important. All right. Now, if you look at here, we have a lot of shapes here. If you click here, you will see the tools of this curve slash surfaces. If you click on poly modeling, you will also see the tools. If you click on sculpting tools. All right, reason being that, we have a lot of different stages in Maya. We have modeling stage, we have rigging, animation, and rendering, and a lot of them. Okay, but as time goes on, you guys will get used to this. But for now, I want us to pay attention to modeling since we are still on beginner stage. And for us to do this, to get some of the tools we need, all right, we need to be on this particular shelf so that we can see the tools we need. So here we're going to be working from this tab, which is the poly modeling shelf. All right, guys, let's talk about primitive shapes. So primitive shapes are those shapes where we build our models from. Should in case you want to design or model anything, be it a laptop, be your phone, gadgets, and character, you got to start from the basic shapes. You got to start from somewhere. So those basic shapes are these shapes here. You can call it primitive shapes, or basic shapes, or custom shapes, or whatever. Alright? But those shapes are these guys here. Okay. So this is just like the shortcut. There are other ways we can get these shapes, which is by going to create, polygon primitives. You can see these shapes here. So you can just click on them and they will fall on top of this grid line. All right. Now, the question is, how do we create and move these shapes from one place to another? So we can create these shapes first by using our move tool. Then you click on any shape of your choice. So I'm going to start with this. Click on this guy. You can see I've clicked on this. I can move it from one place to what? Another. Alright. So for me to move this guy from one place to another, I still need to use my move tool. Now, if you click on your move tool, you can see the kind of icon we have. You can see we have three-sided icon. Don't bother about what I'm doing, the way I'm moving the camera. I'm still going to explain this after this, all right? So you can see we have a three-pointed icon, which is your gizmo. So we have one here. This is your x-axis, y, z-axis, and y-axis, all right? So y-axis is anything up and down. So you click, use your move to select your particular object. If you want to move it up, you drag it up. If you want to move it down, you drag it down, right? And your x-axis is anything that goes by the side, which is this particular guy. So make sure you click. Do not click, for now as a beginner, do not click and move your object from this middle icon, so that you will be confused, all right? So it's better you move your shapes, all right, to a particular direction, which is your either your x-axis, your y-axis, or z-axis. So it's either you move this guy this way, this, or up and down, or to your z-axis, which is your front view. All right. So if again you are creating another shape, you can see that shape will fall at the same spot. So for us to see it, we need to click on any of them, then use our move tool and drag it out. You can see, you cannot see it fully. If I still create another shape, which is cone, it's still going to fall at the same spot. So I have to click and use our move tool to drag it out. So click on this guy, still offset, and drag it out. So you can see. If I still click, maybe create another one, and say still fall at the same place, and see we can move this guy up and down. So guys, we'll be working with move tool, and now let's try and work with rotation tool. Let me show you guys how it works. Now for us to rotate any of these objects, right? So all we need to do is click on the rotation tool. You can see we have a different icon on it. So we can now rotate to any direction of our choice. We can, rotate this way. You can rotate this. Okay. Just try and work on this, and by yourself. Then you can also rotate any of these as well. You can see what I'm doing, right? Okay. And you can also rotate this as well. Anything you want to rotate, just click on the rotation tool and rotate. Then next is I'm going to do Ctrl Z, right? And if maybe you worked on something and maybe you want to go back to the way it was before, all you need to do is press Ctrl Z. All right, press Ctrl Z to go back. All right, to go back. Now if you want to work with scale tool, to make scale tool is all about making your objects bigger, right? Scaling it. So all you need to do is click on this particular icon, this guy, click on it. You can see we now have a different icon. So you click and scale, right? If you want to scale everything all together, you click on this middle mouse button and scale to make it big. You can also scale from one single side, which is either from your x-axis, y-axis, or z-axis. So you can click here to expand this particular point, this side as well. I can click, to scale this. You can see, or to scale this up. But if you want to scale everything all together, you click here and drag it up. All right. Yeah, you can also do the same thing here. Let's say you can see what I'm going to do. Select this guy and expand it from here. Drag this guy down, drag it. You can see what I'm doing. So I can use this to achieve a lot of things. All right. So guys, now let's move to camera rotation. All right. You can see what I've been doing since I have been, moving this to different perspective, rotating this front and back view. So I want you guys to understand this. This is very, very important. Understanding how to navigate inside Maya, you can see what I'm doing, is very, very important. If you don't know this, you are not going anywhere with Maya. All right. So for you to go far, for you to keep going with Maya, these are the things, these are the basic stuff you need to understand. Very, very important. Now the question is, how do we move our camera? All right. So we have different ways of moving our camera. All right. So we can navigate with our camera either by moving it, scaling it, or rotation. You can see this is what I mean by rotation, rotating front and back. This is what I mean by scaling. Zooming, zooming your object close to your camera. You can see what I'm doing. You can zoom and rotate, and we can also move. All right. I'm sorry guys, before we move to camera navigation, I want to quickly show you guys something. If you mistakenly hit your spacebar, right, and it's going to split your screen into four. Okay, it's going to split it into four. Later, I'm going to make a tutorial about this to explain this further. Reason why I'm showing you guys is because if you mistakenly hit your spacebar and see something like this, don't panic. All you need to do is move your cursor any of this view and hit the same spacebar. Is going to maximize it. All right, guys. To move your camera, all right. To move, you can write this thing down on a paper. Very, very important. I repeat myself. You can write this down on paper, right? To move, hold down Alt key. Hold down Alt key, ALT, then hold down Alt key, ALT, then press down your middle mouse button, press down the middle mouse button and drag. You can say, I can move this guy up and down, and I can move this either front and back. All right. And again, to rotate, hold down Alt key, all right, press down the left button, left click, all right, and drag either front and back to rotate your camera. You can see what I'm doing. You can turn this upside down, all right, and now to zoom your camera, still hold on your Alt key, then you right click, you press down your mouse right button and drag it front and back. So you can see, drag it front and back. Very, very important. So you need to learn how to blend or interswitch to each other. To rotation, you can see what I'm doing. So if I want to zoom now, zoom this guy close, like something like this, I have to hold down Alt key, right click and zoom. You can see that this guy, if I zoom this, that sphere there is out of the camera, you can see. So if I want to now bring that guy here, maybe at the center, that I will now switch to my kind of my move tool by holding down Alt key, then holding down left key, and press down the middle mouse button. You can see to move it and bring it to the center of this page. And if I still want to bring back the other guy, then I have to what? Drag it. You can see. And if I want to reduce this, then I'll have to switch to zoom by holding down my Alt key, then right click and drag this guy down. So you need to learn how to blend with this. All right. So you can see what I'm doing. All right. So you need to blend with this, learn how to navigate like this, like a pro. You can see what I'm doing. I can even rotate to the bottom view, even you can see what I'm doing. So try and learn, practice this, practice this. If this is the only thing you can learn, maybe all the whole day, it's worth it. Take your time and work on this camera navigation. Very, very important. All right. So yeah. All right. Very, very important. Very, very. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And I promise you guys that by the grace of God, every weekend I'm going to drop in beginner tutorials. And if you have any question, try and drop it on the comment. Please try and comment. And God bless you all. All right, thank you. See you in the next class.